The Seawolves are facing a non-divisional team today and tomorrow. The Seawolves do not normally see this team, Mountaineers, ever. So maybe in tournament play, but I'm not sure what we're going to see out of the Mountaineers, but I expect to see the Seawolves come out fast and look to gain the upper hand early in tonight's game. After splitting 2 games last weekend with Liberty University, the 2 games that the Seawolves really dominated early on in both, unfortunately running out of gas late in the 3rd period in the 2nd game, after taking an early 2-0 lead on 2 goals by Wesley Hawkins back-to-back. The Seawolves had a great opportunity to move further up in the rankings with the hopes, of increasing that first round bye, which they're still in that range. But the Seawolves absolutely have to try to take 2 this weekend, as we'll talk about it more. Let's talk a little bit about the Seawolves' opponent for tonight, the West Virginia Mountaineers. Head coach is Paul Tabey. Assistant coaches Mark Brossman and Steve Wheeler. And we can talk a little bit about West Virginia's initial start of the season, which was very, very slow and not really where the coaches wanted to see the team. But as the season started to mature, the team got better. So their overall record is 8 wins, 10 losses, with an overtime loss. They're 6 wins, 6 losses on home ice with an overtime loss. They've got 44 goals for, 48 goals against. That's about a 3.6 average for and 4 goals against at home. Away, they're 5-4 with a 31 goals for, 31 against, so they're a little better on the road. 3 goals for, 2.8 against, so they're a little better on the road. They're going to have a couple of guys on this squad that are their main guys we're going to spotlight right now that you can keep an eye on for the game. And they're players to look at. Number 9, Zach Leduc. In 21 games, Zach has 14 goals, 17 assists for 31 points, 3 power play goals, 12 minutes and penalties, and a game-winning goal. He's got 2 of those. Number 21, Connor Frey. In 23 games, he's got 10 goals, 4 assists, 14 assists for 24 points, 4 power play goals, 4 penalty minutes, and 2 game-winning goals as well. Number 13, Trey Bracey. 22 games played, 12 goals, 16 assists, 21 points, 2 power play goals, 28 minutes of penalties, and a game-winning goal as well. We could talk a little bit about the coaches. As we said, the head coach of the team, I had a conversation with him, and he was explaining to me how they started their season and where they're going now, and he feels that they're moving into the right direction. It's also a roster that's filled with a lot of juniors and seniors.
I counted about 11 juniors.
Yeah, so this is a mature team. This is a team where a lot of these guys are going to be leaving and going on, and you know what? The coaches want them to leave it all on the ice. The Stony Brook Seawolves are coached by Chris Garofalo. Assistant coaches Colin Bromstead, Rich Mingolia, and Pete Hall. And we'll talk a little bit about the Seawolves right now as they come into tonight's game with an overall record of 15 wins, 4 losses, and 2 shootout losses. They've got 100 goals for and 68 goals against. At home, they're 8-2, and they have a shootout loss. They average 52 goals, 38 against. That's about a 4.272 percentage goals for, 3.45 against. Away, 7-2 with an overtime loss, and as well they do 4.8 goals, and they can only give up 3 goals on the road. So the Seawolves do pretty well on the road as well. The players to watch for the Seawolves tonight will be number 13, Ryan Kotkamp. 20 games played. He's got 21 goals, 11 assists for 32 points, 6 power play goals, 2 shorthanded goals. Number 27, co-captain Dan Cassano, 22 games played. He's got 5 goals, 25 assists for 30 points. Number 11, Nick Barbera, 16 games played. He's got 10 goals, 13 assists for 23 points. He's got 3 power play goals, a shorthanded goal, 18 penalty minutes, and 2 game winners. And we're going to watch number 44 on defense for the Seawolves, Chris Joseph. 19 games played. Chris has 5 goals, 11 assists, total of 16 points, 2 power play goals. He's got a game winner and 33 penalty minutes. In nets tonight for the Seawolves will be Derek Williams, number 33, 4 games played. He's got 3-1 record and 3.15 goals against and a .90 save percentage. Starting lineups for the squads are being announced right now. Let's go right down to the public address announcer. Will help it along. The starting lineup for the Mountaineers will be Trey Bracey at center, Zach Leduc on wing, and Connor Frey on wing. On defense will be Chris King and Al Davis. In nets will be Eric Schietzel. And that's the starting lineup for the Mountaineers. Starting lineup for the Seawolves.
Number 23, Vinny Lopes.
Vinny Lopes, number 23, will play forward.
Number 91, Nick Dureski.
At center, number 91, Nick Dureski.
Number 11, Nick Barbera.
And on wing also will be number 11, Nick Barbera.
Number 44, Chris Joseph.
Chris Joseph on defense.
And number 22,
And number 22, Kevin Barry on defense. And in net will be number 33, Derek Williams. All right, we have our starting officials, our head officials. Our head referee is Colin Schmeling. Our linesman is a father and son team. And welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live as we get ready for the start of this game. Our head referee, Colin Schmeling, linesman, father-son tandem. Sounds familiar, Trev. Jason McCutcheon and Ken McCutcheon. Ken being the father, Jason being the son. And we're getting ready to go and get it going here. We're so happy you could tune in and watch the game of the week. It is the ACHA game of the week. Stony Brook Seawolves taking on the West Virginia University Mountaineers. And you'll look at their uniforms, and everyone knows the Mountaineers if you're a college sports fan, you know.
Yeah.
So you get the very familiar WV logo,
Yeah.
you know. It's pretty well known. So starting for West Virginia, and we don't have the names on the back of the jerseys, so we have to go by, you know, looking at our cheat sheets. Trey Bracey will be centering. On right wing will be Connor Frey, and left wing will be Zach Leduc. At center for the Seawolves is Dureski, Barbera on left wing, and Seawolves win the draw. And Lopes on right wing. Dureski over the blue line, and a backhander goes wide. Picked up by West Virginia, taken away by Barbera, now taken back by West Virginia, and dumped right on goal to Williams, so gobble it up for a faceoff. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Face off to the right of Williams. Dureski on the draw again against Trey Bracey. A shot on goal, saved by Williams. Picked up by Dureski, fires off the wall and into center ice. Lopes on the forecheck. And back over to King and Davis. Through the neutral zone. With speed comes West Virginia. Dumped all the way into the Seawolves end. With speed, Leduc almost beat Williams to the puck. Picked up by Dan Casano now as we change lines. And that puck is knocked down into the neutral zone. Knocked down by Percioretti. We'll get his name right. And looks like West Virginia's come out with some jolt, which is what we expected. So Seawolves will see how they can counter this. This is Satola. He's the newbie. with Kotkamp. Now this puck is knocked down in the neutral zone, taken in by West Virginia, trying to make a nice pass and a good block there by the defense that was caught right. And now this shot on goal here is, the netting is knocked off. West Virginia's come out with a lot of fire. Seawolves are just, kind of getting their feet going here. And they need to get it going quick because it looks like West Virginia's got their legs early. Face-off to the right of Wilms, where most of the play has been early. On the face-off is Perchetti, and Kavanaugh now controls and loses it on a poke check back into the corner. Perchetti after it, and he's pushed off the puck by Cartwright. Back to get it. It's Cartwright and Kotkamp. They're battling along the boards. Good hard battle here. Kotkamp trying to pick it up. He gets a nice pass out to Dan Cassandra through the neutral zone. Trying to get it deep. Does so, and he'll go for a line change. Satola in on the forecheck against Coffey. Picked up by Burt. Burt carrying through the neutral zone. Lost it on a poke check. Here comes Hall. Hall makes a move. He comes in and shoots. Oh, backhanded wide. Satola now with the puck. Back to the point. And Barry can't hold it. Joseph just bangs it back in as they complete that line change. And we've got a whistle. We have an offsides, I would imagine. Face off of the outside the Mountaineer zone.
It'll be important to see Stony Brook coming out strong. They want to set a precedent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're going to need to step it up because right now they're getting outplayed. Face off outside the zone, that's JT Hall. And he's going against Baker. Coming in now is Barry. He loses it on a poke check and fired back in by Hall. Avoiding that check was Brewster. Brewster now behind the net. Back there to get this Conway as he's double teamed by Hall and Brewster. Pushing on Brewster is Baker. And the puck comes loose to Hall, trying to get it to Hawkins. And that puck went right. Now Hawkins picks it up. He fires high and wide off the wall. Behind the net, picked up by Pollock, who can't get out of the zone. This is a good shift by the Seawolves. Good forechecking shift here, keeping the puck in deep in the Mountaineer zone. Now it pops out. Joseph in center ice will pick up as the Mountaineers go for a change. Here's a quick turnaround pass. And it's off the mark for Hall, all the way down for icing. Got 17:15 left to go in the first period. No score here. You're watching the Stony Brook Seawolves against West Virginia Mountaineers. And an ACA Division I game of the week. Face off to the left of Wilms. JT Hall on the draw against Este. Oh, and Este is pounded by Joseph. Este, whew.
He'll be feeling that.
He's going to have to get the license number of that bus because that was a major hit by Joseph. And picked up now down in the corner by Barry. Barry trying to get it back to Joseph in his feet. Can't move it. Heavy forecheck by the Mountaineers. A lot of speed, using that speed. And Hawkins now bangs it in, and he'll go for a change. On the forecheck is Freely. Freely's back in the lineup. Good to see Billy Freely back in the lineup, playing on the fourth line with Gervasi. And he's out there with Miller on defense and Miano, Bochicchio, and Matt Gervasi here. Here's Freely now on the backhander. Save by Schatzel. Miller down low, trying to get it deeper. Picked up by West Virginia through the neutral zone. Oh, and Miller takes down Leduc. Seawolves are going to have to watch Leduc. Leduk's got a lot of speed, and he's going to create some havoc back there coming through the neutral zone. And Seawolves are going to have to be ready. Can't be flat-foot with this kid on the ice. He's got a lot of speed. The forecheck is tenacious. This is Miano now trying to get out of the zone. Still can't get out. Tries to swing it around to Miller, but Miller was vacated the spot. Now it's up to Bracey. Bracey fires one into the corner. This is the number one line for the Mountaineers. This is where a lot of the goal scoring, the goal scorers that I talked about earlier, this is the line that they're on. So we're going to see some excellent play from this line. Miano picks up that puck. Back over to Miller, back to Miano. Miano through the neutral zone. It's all clogged up. Miano will dump all the way in. Off to get it is Dereski. And we're going to call an icing here. Or a face-off to the right will be in the zone. Yeah, there's a replay of that Joseph hit. Estes coming around the corner there, coming around the wall, and Joseph just lined him up. Face-off to the left, Schatzel. And Mountaineers win it back to the point to Kavanaugh. Fires right on goal, and a blocker save. Schaetzel saw it late, and that might be something the Stony Brook Seawolves want to look at. Here comes Barbera now, and it's a hand pass, but he hand passes to. We're going to have a face-off outside the zone. I don't know whether it was a hand pass to himself. Yeah, but I think it's because he grabbed the puck in his hand. I thought that would. Anyway, face-off outside the zone. On the draw is Pichetti for the Mountaineers against Dureski. Now this is Kavanaugh for the Seawolves coming in. And his pass deflected. Not out of the zone yet. Back, here comes Lopes. And pinching in is Cartwright. Seawolves trying to get that forecheck going. Now Mountaineers just pop it out to the neutral zone as they try to go for a change. Kavanaugh controls it over to Cartwright. Through the neutral zone to Dureski, who taps it in. And on the forecheck comes Lopes. Lopes coming hard on Lorelli. Lorelli is the only freshman for the Mountaineers. And we're going to have our first call as the Seawolves will go in the box for 2 minutes for elbowing. That's Vinny Lopes going in. Face-off will be in the Stony Brook zone. Face-off to the right of Wilms as the Seawolves will go on the PK now for 2 minutes.
Number 23, Lopes, 2 minutes for elbowing at 14:31 of the first period.
Zamodio on the penalty kill. And out to Casano now. Casano through mid-ice and lost it. Big hit by Amodio, but now coming in. Good play there to get that puck out of harm's way. It was Matt Miano playing that puck. Not out of the zone, but out of harm's way. This is Leduc now on the low wall. Back to the high slot. Shot knocked down. Locked in front. And Miano sends Leduc down. Picked up by Chris King. And to Leduc, who's coming in, dumps it in behind the net. Coming hard is Miller for the Seawolves, trying to get it out. Unable to catch control of that. Now controlling the puck. Back to the point to King. Over to Coffey. And a low shot down. Locked down by the defense. Miller made a nice play. Nice play by Schaetzel to get that puck up the wall quickly. To Pichetti. Back to the point. Download is Pichetti. Controls it on the half wall. Back to the point. Conway with a shot. Oh, deflected wide. That puck was labeled to go in. Picking that puck up now is Joseph as he streams out with Hawkins. Coming down left wing is Hawkins with Joseph screaming to the net. And a good defensive play there to knock that puck, that pass down was Campbell. 25 seconds left to go on the power play for West Virginia. Stony Brook Seawolves, nothing. The Mountaineers, nothing. Thanks for joining us tonight for the ACH Game of the Week. ACHA Game of the Week. Oh, that puck was nicely kept in. A shot, rising shot, glove down by Wilms. Unable to hold the rebound. Skips to the corner. And now Davis controls it to the front of the net. And a shot saved by Wilms. As we were all even up, Zach Leduc got his first real scoring opportunity. And in front of that net, Wilms just denied him, squeezing the puck between the pads. Got 12:24 left, 12:29 left to go in the first period. And this has been a tough game so far for the Seawolves. They're just trying to get their legs going. This is Casano breaking through center ice now with the puck. He's got help. He's got Kotkam coming. And Satola. Casano with the rebound. Deflected wide of the net. Up through the neutral zone. Comes West Virginia. This is, the shot on goal by Estes, just patted aside by Wilms. Wilms has to be sharp early to keep this team, to keep Stony Brook in the game, because they've had some opportunities. This is Kotkam skating through the neutral zone. In now on right wing. And a shot on, and the net is knocked off the mooring as the shot attempt came from Satola.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's game is sponsored by McDonald's. Buy a raffle ticket to have a chance to win a McDonald's gift certificate.
Face off to the left of Schatzel. On the draw for the Seawolves is Kotkamp going against Estes. And that puck goes right to the net. It's blocked away by defenseman Al Davis. And this puck goes all the way down. This will be an icing call. And just scooting down the listing of all the names of the players on the West Virginia team, you got some, it's amazing. I'll just go through a couple. These are some real good hockey names. Brooks, Miller, Wilson, Coffey, Murray.
Yeah,
I mean, these are amazing hockey names. But I asked the coach if there was any relation. He said no, there wasn't. So, but I think they've got a great roster. Their roster is awesome as far as the names are concerned. But you know what? They're playing pretty good hockey too. Let's call it what it is. West Virginia come to play tonight, and they're playing well. And that puck goes out of the rink as we will face off at center ice. As referee Schmelly points to the dot. I mentioned Philip Lorelli. I think Philip Lorelli, if I'm not mistaken, is a local kid. Yeah, Limbrook. He's from Limbrook. Played for Applecore, so he's a local guy. Maybe his family's watching. If you are, glad you could tune in. And that puck goes back behind the West Virginia net. Out to the point to Miller. Low shot right on. Deflected off the defenseman. And on goal. That puck hit Burt, then it hit Schatzel. This is the Seawolves battling down low. This is Gervasi Bokikio. Bokikio looking for options. Tobiano with the point. Wrist shot! Oh, saved by Schatzel. As the Seawolves are starting to get some shots now. Some scoring chances. Picking that puck up for the Seawolves is Miller over to Miano. Miano's quickly moves that puck as the check was on him quickly. Picking that puck up now is Barry. Here comes Barry through the neutral zone. And he dumps it into the Mountaineer zone. Pushed back in further by Dureski, but the puck had come outside the zone. And with the Seawolves still in the offensive zone, face-off will be outside. This is the West Virginia zone, and we've got 10:20 left to go in the first period. It's been a fast-moving period. We hope you're enjoying the action. Taking the draw was Perchetti. Now this is Barbera for the Seawolves, who backs it up and then takes the shot. And 3 West Virginia Mountaineers in front of that shot. So that was not getting through. And this one's hoisted over Chris Joseph's head. Not far enough for icing. But Joseph will go back to get the puck. He dumps for Barry as the forechecker was fast and furious. As West Virginia just keeps bringing that forecheck as fast as they can get back onside. They're back in the zone, and they're giving the Seawolves fits. Right now, they're just not able to get their breakout going, and they're going to have to look for other options to move the puck. The forecheck is ferocious. That was a good example
right there.
Yeah. And their forecheck prevents the Seawolves from getting their legs moving and getting the puck in there and creating the forecheck on the other end. So Seawolves have to just will themselves through this. Poking that puck out now is Lopes. And he's nicely moved off the puck by King. Back behind the net to get it is Barry. Barry goes back to Joseph. Joseph behind the net. Right away he is met by Connor Frey, sorry. And back to the point. Back down to Barry. Trying to get it out, and it's blocked down again. Puck goes down to the corner. And Seawolves just can't find their way out of their zone right now, and they've got to just calm down, get control of the puck like they just did here, and keep moving it. This is Barbera now with Lopes going to the net. A deflection right on in the pads between the legs of Schatzel. It was a nice little pass, deflection by Lopes. Seawolves would solve their problems quickly if they could score a goal.
Yeah, definitely.
This will be JT Hall on with Sam Brewster and Wes Hawkins, Kavanaugh and Cartwright on defense. To the right of Schatzel. All the way around the boards. Cartwright tried to keep it in, was kicked out into the neutral zone. Picked back up by Cartwright. Over to Hawkins. Hawkins trying to get it to Hall. He's in. Oh, what a save. Schatzel got a stick on it, but Hall had an open net. Now skating down hard is Miller, as Corey Miller now puts the check on Cartwright. Controlling that puck is JT Hall. Trying to get it to Cartwright. Cartwright off his stick. Now he'll bank it out. And this will go down into the neutral zone, past the neutral zone, all the way down into West Virginia's end. No icing. Controlled on the boards by Paulick and loses it. And there's a wrist shot by Hawkins. It's deflected to the corner. Puck comes right out to the point to Cartwright. Back down low to Hall. Tries to leave it for Hawkins, but he's watched down there by Joe Baker. Hawkins now trying to get control of the puck. And JT Hall picks it up. JT Hall turns and goes to the net, loses possession. Good forecheck, good checking down low. Coming up slow is Baker. Made a good defensive play. Picked up by Miller now. The puck is just not sitting well for Stony Brook right now. Pucks are falling off their stick. They're just not controlling the puck well in their zone, and I think there's just a little nervousness. They're going to have to get over this. Nice play by Satola over to Kotkamp to Casano, breaking in on right wing. And off the goalie. Down low, Satola picks it up. Back to the point to Miller. Miller, wrist shot. Saved by Schatzel to the corner. Picked up by Kotkamp. Kotkamp controlling down low. Trying to get it over to Satola, but off his stick. Miano, good job keeping that puck in. Floats it high behind the net. Digging hard is Satola. He's pushed hard off the puck by Burt. This is Kotkamp coming in. Oh, I'm not sure if it hit the post. It may have hit the post. It would look like it was past the goalie.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a look at the last scoring opportunity that the Seawolves had, and this was Hawkins coming in with Casano, and actually it was JT Hall who just missed that opportunity. And we just had another one that may have hit off the post.
Yeah, looked like it bounced off.
Face-off beat to the right of Schatzel. This is Dan Casano on the face-off for the Seawolves, and it's picked up by West Virginia through the neutral zone. And offsides was Jarrett.
Just a quick note,
sorry, Campbell.
Make sure to visit the merchandise table for all your favorite Seawolves.
Despite the trouble that Stony Brook has had trying to break out, they have gotten some really good chances, and right now they're leading on shots on goal 7-6.
All right. Shot all the way down to the Seawolves end. Wilms trying to control it. He pushes it to the corner. Barry battling down there along with Gervaisi against Pichetti. Coming up with the puck is West Virginia. Back behind the net to Pichetti, who's controlling it, getting around Gervaisi. Joseph puts a hit on him. And now up the wall to Bakikio, who throws it back to Joseph. And Joseph through center ice to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh pulls up as West Virginia does a great job controlling that blue line. Back over to Miller. Back over to Kavanaugh, sorry. And to Dureski. And Dureski's pass, that's Leduc. Seawolves need to be aware when this line is out there. They're very quick. This is Bokikio. And Stony Brook's fourth line against their first line. Oh, knocked down here. Bokikio with the puck. Feeds it over to Miano. Wrist shot high over the top of the net. This is Freely now controlling it, and now gets it. It's outside the zone. Picked up by West Virginia. This is Coffey dumping it in. And Barbera trying to control it. Can't get it out of the zone into the neutral zone. Picked up by West Virginia. That's Bird who fires in. This is Miano controlling it for the Seawolves behind the net. Loses possession. That's Zach. That was, I apologize, that was Miller putting the forecheck on. This is Dureski now for the Seawolves. He loses it, and it's picked up by Leduc. Leduc loses it on a poke check by Lopes, trying to get it to Barbera, who was not ready for the pass. And JT Hall now hits Leduc. Fired all the way in by Joseph. Schatzel unable to control that. Back up the wall. The Seawolves control it up top. Lopes down to Barbera. Barbera trying to get it to Hall. Hall gets it out. Oh, and a backhander by Lopes just missed. It's Barbera directing traffic, trying to get it across over to Barry, who pinched in on defense. This is Hall. to Joseph and missed on the pass. This is Barry over to Brewster. Shot. Rebound. It's in! Seawolves will it into the net. And we'll have to go back to the replay to see who actually got the goal on that, but
just trickled over.
The Seawolves are going to take advantage at with 4:22 left to go in the first period and get that first goal. We'll go back to the replay, take a look at, see who got it. Now, Hawkins is telling the referee maybe who scored the goal, as JT Hall, Hawkins, and Brewster will stay on the ice. From the replay, it's still unclear. We'll have to wait for the public. Yeah, we'll have to wait for the public address announcer to get it. But nonetheless, the Seawolves get on the board first. Now Joseph is knocked off. The puck back out into the neutral zone.
Stony Brook goal scored by number 17, JT Hall. Assisted by number 25, Sam Brewster, and number 22, Kevin Barry.
All right, so
Hall from Brewster and Barry at 4:22 in the first.
All right, so if you didn't hear that, JT Hall got the goal, assisted by Brewster and Barry. Now this is Hawkins breaking in. Almost took himself off sides there, and down low behind the net. On the forecheck, Satola and Kotkamp. This puck is hoisted into the neutral zone. Picked up. Ooh, Kotkamp got dumped by Estes, and it was not on purpose neither. It was a shot. Satola saved by Schatzel. Estes and Kotkamp came together at center ice, and Kotkamp got the worst of that. Miano at the point, winds and shoots, and a save made by Schatzel. Getting a little testy down there for that net. Well, we have a time. Let's take a look at that. Take another look at that goal, and it looks like it was just poked in by Hall. All right, Cassano on the draw, and it's won by West Virginia up through the neutral zone with speed. Here comes LeDuc, dumps it in. Wilms fires all the way around to Cassano. Cassano, nice pass out to Kotkamp. Kotkamp through the neutral zone, and it's picked off by Tracy, by Bracey. And Kotkamp. They're doing an excellent job on this line. This is the number one line against the number one line, so they're doing a good job. Probably realizing that this is the Stony Brook top scoring line.
Which we played in the second period. It's $1 a puck.
All right, face-off will be outside the Seawolves zone. As the Seawolves make a change, they come back out with their fourth line. This is Gervasi on the draw against Bracey. Back to Boquicchio, back to Miano, and puck is not ticked in, so it's going to be an icing call. Oh, they waved it off. Stony Brook got a break there. And down low, they're working that puck. There's Gervasi, shoots it. Oh, it's just off the glove of Schatzel. That could have went in easy. But Schatzel made a nice save at the last minute. Now the puck is, the net is off again, I think. Yep, the net is off again. And the goalies are going to have to get used to that because
they slip off
all
easily.
levels of hockey are played in on these rinks, and they don't want to make it too hard to knock off for the little players, I guess. So the goaltenders are big kids, and they're knocking them off pretty easy. Up the wall goes the puck. Controlling it now, West Virginia bending back with Freely. Freely's knocked to the ice. And coming up with the puck is LeDuc. Winding up with speed, coming through the neutral zone. This is Wilms, and throws it back behind the net to Barry. Wilms is going to have to get into the play a little bit more to prevent that forecheck. Get on that puck. Now down low, picked up by Joseph, trying to get it out. He's immediately smothered. He blocks that shot. Here comes Boquicchio through the neutral zone with Joseph, with speed. Here comes Chris Joseph. Joseph trying to get a shot off the skate, and has to skate back. Coming through the neutral zone. And the shot is blocked. Good job blocking that shot by Kavanaugh, who's now out there. This is Kavanaugh through the neutral zone. Right wing pass. This is Lopes. And puck is knocked off his stick. Coming through the neutral zone now is the puck. Kavanaugh picks it up for the Seawolves. And he hands it off to Lopes. Lopes coming in on left wing and making a move and trying to break to the net. Backhand shot. Saved by Schatzel. As the Seawolves now are picking up the shots, getting more shots on net now. So they're starting to get their legs moving, and I think that's what we saw in the beginning. We saw a team that came out ready, and the Seawolves were not meeting that tempo. So we are at the 1 minute mark of the left in the first period. Right now the shots are 11, Stony Brook 6, West Virginia. West Virginia's been stuck on 6 shots for a while now. Played behind the net. Here comes Barbera, and he's got the puck. He's controlling it, trying to get it up the wall to Miller. He gets it to Lopes. Lopes tries to get a shot off, but he was knocked off the puck by Campbell. Behind the net, the play goes on. And now we have a penalty coming. Looks like we got a hit from behind, and I think the Seawolves will be going on their first power play of the game. As number 28, Dusty Campbell will be going off for a hit from behind. And this penalty, with 38 seconds left to go in the period, will have some carryover time into the second period. We are at 33 seconds. Face off to the left of Schatzel. It's Cassano on the draw. Cassano's out there with Hawkins, Barbera. Oh, that pass is knocked down.
Dusty Campbell, 2 minutes for check from behind. Time of the penalty, 39 seconds.
Not a real big attempt there to go after that puck from Connor Frey. He could, in my opinion, thought he would have had a breakaway. The Seawolves got to watch those cross-ice passes, as they are very good with their sticks. Connor. Oh, off the crossbar! Was Kottkamp with that shot, as now the puck is all the way down. That's the end of the first period, with the Stony Brook Seawolves leading the West Virginia Mountaineers by the score of 1-0. Shots on goal through the first period, 11 for the Stony Brook Seawolves, 6 for West Virginia. What do you think of that first period?
Well, I think that Stony Brook really needs to come out strong early. It's hard to be consistent when you have to take half the period to really get your legs underneath you. Especially at home ice, that should be home advantage. You shouldn't have an away team coming in and really giving it to you. They're a formidable team. Yeah,
they're a good team. Like I said, their coach said that they just had a slow start. So, all right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back for the start of the second period. We appreciate you tuning in and watching Seawolves Hockey Live. Maybe one other thing we want to talk about is one other thing I wanted to say before the game started. My conversation with Chris Carafello before the start of the game was the fear of where they were going to be emotionally from last weekend to now. Playing a team like West Virginia, who they don't normally play, they have no barometer.
Right, exactly.
So, and the same with West Virginia. So West Virginia just came in and played maybe one of the best periods they played for the season. Who knows? But the Stony Brook Seawolves definitely came on later in that period. So we are moments away from taking a short break. We appreciate, again, you tuning in. If you know some folks who want to watch the game, have them go to the www.stonybrookhockey.com website, and they can click like you did and watch the game for free. All right, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back for the start of the second period. Welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live, everyone. We're going to have a little quick recap of the first period. We had one goal scored, and that was scored by the Seawolves. Number 17, J.T. Hall, poked one through the legs of Schatzel. Assisting on that goal was 25, Sam Brewster, and number 22, Kevin Barry. And shots on goal through that first period, 11 for the Seawolves, 6 for West Virginia. And West Virginia, I think probably from the 15 or 16-minute mark of that period, did not have a lot of shots on goal after that. I think it was stuck on 6. So that was the recap. We had 2 penalties. Actually, 2 penalties. Lopes for the Seawolves, an elbowing call. And toward the end of the period, number 28, Campbell, whose penalty will carry over. Another 1 minute and 21 seconds left to go. The Seawolves will start the second period on the power play, as they will come out with Hawkins, Cassano, Barbera. Actually, no, it would be Kotkamp. Cassano, Hawkins, Kotkamp, Cartwright, and then Barbera on wing. I think Kotkamp will be back at the point. Cassano will be back at the point. Kotkamp will be at center. Barbera will be at wing. Hawkins will be at wing. Killing it off for West Virginia will be 21, Frey, the Duke, who they better watch out for, because the Duke could do it on a shorthanded play. Oh, we got a penalty here. The Duke's going to go for tripping. It's going to be a 5-on-3. Trip. And Seawolves are going to have a 5-on-3 power play. So now, with LeDuc going to the box, they're going to come back with Perchetti at center, Davis on defense, along with Chris King. Right. Face off to the left of Schatzel. Back to the point to Kotkamp. Kotkamp over to Cartwright. Now back over to Kotkamp. And Cassano. Cassano back to Kotkamp. Looking for that open shot. Down low to Barbera. Tries to get a shot off, and now it's deflected out on a pass across by Barbera, trying to get it across to Hawkins. And Seawolves will skate out of their zone. Up comes Cassano to Kotkamp to Barbera. Barbera is in. 39 seconds left to go on the 5-on-3. Kotkamp with a shot rose over the net. Leaves it for Cassano. Cassano to Kotkamp. One time shot. Saved by Schatzel. With Hawkins right in front. Seawolves will now come out with Brewster, Lopes, Tereski with Joseph and Kavanaugh on defense. Face off one back. Kavanaugh controls it for the Seawolves to Lopes, who's at the point. Lopes over to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh over to Brewster, back to Kavanaugh. He's got Joseph in front of the net. Lopes down low, trying to get it to an open player, and that was Tereski who got it back up to Kavanaugh. Over to Tereski. Down low pass to Brewster, and that was knocked down, and the net is off the moorings. Not enough movement for the Seawolves. They're just too stagnant. They're passing the puck, but they're not moving themselves, and they need to be more fluent.
Especially when you have a 5-on-3 man advantage.
In the play, you need to be moving with the puck. And, you know, Tereski on the draw. We got 2 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Over to Joseph. Joseph, wrist shot, low. It's knocked down. Good play by Burt. 5-on-4 now, as the Seawolves have a power play, but now it's all the way out of the zone. These are the types of plays that drive the coaches crazy. And now the puck's going to go all the way up the wall. And this is, you know, this is all about the team coming in with the right mindset.
Yep.
And now this Lopes to Tereski. Tereski has lost it on a poke check. Fired out, but hits the referee, so it's in the neutral zone. Joseph picks it up. Gets it to Brewster. Bruce's pass across to Joseph. He pokes it through. Picked up by Joseph up the wall to Lopes. Lopes behind the net. Controlling the puck all the way around. And now everything is even up. Stony Brook unable to capitalize on a 5-on-3. This is Leduc, picks it up. Drops it off to Pichetti, who dumps it all the way in. This is Leduc behind the net. This is all the way back behind the net. We have a whistle. Could be an offsides.
Net off the moorings again.
And net's off the mooring. Faceoff will be inside the Stony Brook zone. Good kill for West Virginia.
Very much so.
They're nursing, you know, they're only down by 1 right now, and the Seawolves, you know, right now have not really come out firing on all cylinders in the second period, just like they did in the first period, lacking a little bit of that emotion. Gervasi on the draw, one back by Seawolves. This is Miller up to Gervasi. He'll pass it back to Miano as the forecheck again is coming fast and furious by West Virginia. Bokikio now. He beats Lorelli into the puck. And fighting hard. Bokikio up to the point to Miller. Backs it down again, and his pass is just battered out. Here's a 2-on-1 now. Miano and this is Leduc going to the net. And a shot. And a save by Wilms. And Leduc is creating all sorts of nightmares for the Seawolves. He just has not scored yet. This is Gervasi now. Throws it back up the wall to Freely. As the Stony Brook Seawolves are out there with their fourth line. This is Miano now. His pass is knocked down. Good play there. Knocked down right out of midair by Corey Miller. And that pass attempt to the front was knocked away. Picked up by Leduc coming behind the net. And again, the net is off the moorings. We'll have another whistle. No line change allowed for the Seawolves. West Virginia go for a change.
This game is sponsored by McDonald's. Buy a raffle ticket to have a chance to win a McDonald's gift certificate.
Face off to the right of Shades of Wilms. On the draw for the Mountaineers is Joe Baker, and he's going against Gervasi. This is trying to get the puck out of the zone. Was Freely couldn't get it out. Picked up by Miano. Miano now will try high off the glass. His pass is knocked down, and now the puck finally gets out. But this is probably going to be an icing, and it will be, and that line is going to be stuck out there again. D has been out there a little bit longer than they really should be. But Gervasi also kind of coming back kind of slow. Face-off to the left of Wilms as Gervasi finally makes it to the face-off circle. And won by West Virginia, but Freely picks the puck up. And he hoists it out through the neutral zone. Here's Gervasi, he'll dump in and change. Oh, now Gervasi and Bokikio bump into each other because they just... Anyway, here comes Mountaineers, high rising shot over the top of the net from King, and his puck just skates outside the blue line, and the Seawolves have a line change here, and this is Satola trying to get it through, and a good play there by King. Just Pichetti, sorry, denying that pass and getting through. All the way down into the Seawolves zone. Wilms picks it up and leaves it for Miller, and Miller is crunched by Campbell. Campbell now goes down. It's picked up by Satola over to Kotkamp. He's got Cassano through the neutral zone, 3-on-2. Back to Satola coming in. Satola to Kotkamp, shot, scores! Just like in practice. Seawolves coming in 3-on-2 and taking advantage of that. And Ryan Kotkamp with his team leading, I believe, 21st goal. No doubt, one-timer. It's the way you score. No sense in teeing it up if it's coming.
Yep.
Bang it in. And the Seawolves are taking a 2-0 lead now, out shooting West Virginia 14-7 so far. Now this is the dude coming in on left wing, trying to make a move. He makes a great move, and a shot right on is saved by Wilms. And we're going to have a penalty here as saving a goal and taking a penalty. As we can see on the replay, the score, the one-timer from Satola pass to Kotkamp, And Schaetzle really had no chance on that. And he just drilled it in. And in the penalty box will go Cockant, the goal scorer, as he hooked Leduc. Face off to the right of Wilms, back to the point. Back to the point, shot from the top. And a save, knocked down by Miano.
Stony Brook penalty, number 13, Ryan Cocco. 2 minutes for hooking at 15:28 in the second period.
Good forecheck by Amadeo. Coming in hard. He's working exclusively, looks like, on the penalty kill. Schaetzle doesn't have his stick.
Number 13, Ryan Cocco. Assisted by number 98.
I like the coach's approach tonight on the penalty kill. I think taking a player like Mike Amadeo, who's a very good skater and hard-working forward, and doing a heck of a job on the penalty kill out there. So the puck was deflected out of play and will come outside the Stony Brook zone. 14:41 left to go in the second. 1 minute and 13 seconds left to go on the West Virginia power play. Picked up by Baker and deflected to the corner by Cartwright. Joseph puts a hit on Baker, picked up by Pichetti. Controls on the half wall, back to the point, back down to Pichetti, back up to the point. This is Conway. His shot is deflected to the corner. Joseph battling hard with Jarrett and Pichetti. Pichetti wins the puck. And Sam Brewster now goes hard. And Sam Brewster's trying to get the puck out. Does a good job. Gets it all the way down into the West Virginia zone. Picked up by Conway to the neutral zone. Controlled by Jarrett. And fired all the way in by Conway. Joseph now bangs it hard off the boards, knocked down, and it's out into the neutral zone. Glove down by Cartwright, who throws it. And Hawkins bangs it all the way back into the West Virginia zone. All even up now. Cross-ice pass was off the mark. Jarrett could not reach the pass. This is Kavanaugh through the neutral zone. This is Dureski pumping it in. Past King, and behind the net comes all the way out and around. Kavanaugh coming really hard after it. Trying to get Wilms to come out and get it to. But Barry back to support Kavanaugh. And up the wing comes Barbera. Behind the back pass off the mark to Kavanaugh. Does do it again. Back to the neutral zone comes Barbera. He punches it past Mager. And Barbera controls it to Lopes, and one times in a save. Nice play by Lopes to maintain possession of the puck back across to Barbera. Tipped outside the zone. Good stick there by Mager for West Virginia now. Miller controlling it for the Seawolves. Trying to get around the player there. Trying to get around the forecheck of Estes, and back into the Seawolves zone comes the puck. Here comes Lopes with speed through the neutral zone. He's got some space. Here comes Vinny Lopes racing in on wing. He's got a shot. Oh, passed across, and a shot by JT Hall just over the top of the net. Back to the point to Miano. Fires it down the wall. Back to get it. It's Chris King, and Chris King gets it over to Al Davis's hit on the wall by JT Hall. Coming up on left wing hard is Miller. Miller puts a shot deflected into the netting behind the net. And the face-off. What? Looks like we have another call. Referee made a call here.
Miano's on a box.
Matt Miano's going to sit for 2. I didn't see what happened, but we'll get the call. That's 2 in a row by the Stony Brook Seawolves now. Now West Virginia goes on the power play again.
Stony Brook penalty to number 2, Matt Miano. 2 minutes for boarding. Time of the penalty, 11:57 of the second period.
The boarding call is Sam Jarrett took a nice wrist shot, looking for the short side, but shot wide. Control behind the net. Back to Jarrett now. Jarrett on the half wall, up the wall, up to center ice. Shot! Oh, wrist shot. Went wide from Campbell. Back over to Conway. Back down to Pichetti. Watched by Joseph. Up the wall to Conway, and that pass is deflected and picked up by Chris Joseph, who's coming up to the neutral zone. And he'll dump in, they'll go for a change. There's a quick turn as the Seawolves try to make a quick line change. Coming in is Jarrett on the half boards up to the point. He's got Coffey. Coffey now all alone, winds, and he takes a nice pass. Down to Connor Frey. And Wilms was there and knocked it to the corner. West Virginia's moving the puck nicely here. The Seawolves defending well, losing possession now, and then up to Dan Casano, who gets out through the neutral zone, dumps all the way down. It's picked up by King. King leaves it for Coffey, and Coffey's up through the pass up through the neutral zone. Picked up by Leduc. Leduc comes in on right wing, and he leaves a nice pass play back and forth. They go, and the shot never got through, but the net's off the moorings, and they'll face it off to the right of Wilms. Satola lost the draw to West Virginia. Controlling the puck down low. Cross-ice feed, pass, saved by Wilms. And all the way down. Wilms, nice job anticipating that shot. Going from left to right. Coming up to the
and Miano's out of the box, or even strength now.
Yeah, we're all even up now. Cartwright controls it for the Seawolves. Back to the point. Stopped by Coffey. Pad saved by Wilms. As Coffey's shot made it to the net. Picked up by Kavanaugh. Up to JT Hall. JT Hall sends it up the wall. Gonna wave icing off here. And as this puck goes all the way back into the Seawolves zone. Picked up by Miller. Miller, who leaves it for Kavanaugh. Back to Miller. That's the way you got to move the puck against this West Virginia forecheck. This is H.E. Hall through the neutral zone into the West Virginia zone, trying to get it deeper trying to get it down to Brewster behind the net. Battling hard on the half boards here. Brewster picks it up. Nice pass out to Miano. Miano, wrist shot. Stick to the corner by Schatzel. This is J.T. Hall back up to Brewster. Winds and shoots. And knocked down by, the shot high and wide. That was knocked down by Mager. Got in front of that Sam Brewster shot. He's feeling that one. And this goes over to Miller now. Miller back to Miano. Passes off the mark. Miano will bang it. Try to bang it and get it high off the boards, but could not. Saved by Wilms on the shot. Up the wall to Brewster. Through the neutral zone with the speed of Pokikio. Pokikio on left wing coming in. Tries to get a shot off, but he's being watched by two Mountaineers. Down low is Gervaisi as the fourth line has made it back onto the ice again. And up comes Campbell, throwing it behind the Stony Brook net. Barry back to get it. He loses possession. And into the corner goes Pichetti. Pichetti out in front. Oh, they score. Billy Freely had an opportunity to lift the stick there, but it didn't happen, so. Yeah, well, according to what we saw on that play there, that the net was off the mooring, and Wilms was attempting to put it back on. Really, it's not his job to do that. And West Virginia capitalized. Well, they've been working hard. They work, the Seawolves have to work hard.
Yeah.
And, the fourth line has to go out there and do a job. And, unfortunately, when you let up a goal, that's not doing your job.
West Virginia goal, scored by number 26.
Let's see if this gives them some life.
Assisted by number 16, Sam Brusachetti. Time of the goal, 8:05, second period.
So Jarrett got the goal. Puck behind the Mountaineers net. And picked up by Coffey. Back to Coffey, back over to Burt. Burt back to Coffey as they settle the play down and get out of the zone. And coming through the neutral zone is Leduc with speed. And 2-on-1, and it's off the post. He's getting closer. Stony Brook have to be careful on this long change in the second period. And have to do a better job on the matchups regarding the speed. Be aware of who's out there and make sure you got your defense back where they need to be. This is Lopes through the neutral zone. Makes a nice move. Vinny Lopes coming through the neutral zone, but he's got guys changing. As they'll go off for a change. Fired out through the neutral zone, picked up by Frey. Connor is knocked down by Miller, picked up by Barbera now for the Seawolves. The Kotkamp over to Satella. The Kotkamp! Barbera buries it! What a pretty play! The Seawolves get that 2-goal lead back. Skill play there. Kotkamp, Satola, and Barbera, who was actually out there, still out there before Cassano could get back out there. That would have been Dan Cassano's goal. I bet you he's not happy about that. Poor Dan. He's been snake bitten. I was just talking with his dad in between periods, and I said, Dan's got to keep his head up because he's going to get one. And, you know, sure enough. So the game's not over yet, so there's still hope, right?
Always.
Always. That's right. All right, through the neutral zone now. With speeds, Pachetti winds and fires wide as this pass was deflected.
Stony Brook goal, scored by number 11, Nick Barbera. Assisted by number 19, Andrew Satola, and number 13, Ryan Kotkamp. Time of the goal, 6:35, second period.
All right, so that's Barbera from Satola and Kotkamp.
Seems like a lot of good things are happening when Satola's on the ice.
Yeah, good player. Good pickup by the Seawolves. And that's shots fired all the way in on goal. And Wilms will hold it for a faceoff. With 5:52 left to go in the second period. You're watching the ACHA game of the week, the Stony Brook Seawolves versus West Virginia University Mountaineers. Got a 3-1 game. Very exciting game as the pace is fast and furious. And a lot of shots and saves and hitting, and for two teams that really don't see each other much at all, ever. Very, very entertaining game so far. Now this is Kavanaugh controlling it over to Kotkamp, and forecheck, you got to give West Virginia credit. Their forecheck is probably one of the best forechecks I've seen all year. And this is Kotkamp now trying to work that puck deeper into the, and he's hammered down. That was Chris King. Hammering Kotkamp is coming up a little gimpy. Right wing coming in now and shooting high and wide over the top of the net is Mager, picked up by Cassano. Cassano now up to Brewster as they have to complete a line change. Brewster's being... yeah, I mean, not for nothing, but I mean, Baker just got away with a major, major hook. So, I mean, I like the forecheck, but you can't put the stick up in the guy's hands, and the referee has to make that call when that happens. Otherwise, those are the plays that create the ill will. Now, Hall trying to keep it in, but out comes Miller, and Miller gets it to Baker, who dumps in behind the Sony end, and now JT Hall and Miller are going at it together there. JT Hall with the puck, and he bats it over to Miano. Miano bats it over to Miller as his forecheck. It's mighty. I can't say enough about it. Puck is turned over now and picked up by Burt, who throws it all the way into the Stony Brook end. Miller picks it up and controls it to Hawkins. Hawkins skating through neutral ice over to JT Miller. Miller on a poke check over to the point to Bokikio, who comes in off the bench. He shoots high and a save. Vice Schaetzel juggled it for a second there. Yes. Let's go back and look at the last goal scored by Barbera.
Be sure to see your
Nice behind the back pass by Kopkamp, and Barbera just finishes it. Face off to the right of Schatzel. Barry gloves it down, hammers one to the net, and Schatzel knocks it down. Getting a little testy there. Last time the fourth line was on, they gave up a goal, so I'm sure they're aware of that. Face off again to the right of Schatzel. Gervaisi on the draw for the Seawolves, and that puck is battered up in the air. Comes down and up through the neutral zone. This is Leduc. Leduc and Barry. Now we're going to have a penalty because Barry is going to get called for interference, even though I don't think he really held him up as long as you might think. I think what happens is Leduc's speed makes the referee say, hey. So Barry will go and sit for 2. That's the 3rd straight penalty by the Seawolves. Face off to the right of Wilms. And the puck is down on the half wall, controlled by Baker behind the net. Pichetti looking for options. Back up to Pichetti again, back to the point. Up to Campbell, back to Pichetti. Pichetti back up to Campbell. Campbell takes the shot. Pichetti, one-time shot, knocked down by Miller. Not sure if he's hurt or, yeah, kind of dinged him up a little bit as he caught that one right in the gut. Back up to the point. Back to Pichetti on the half wall. Pichetti trying to walk in on a give and go. And back out in front. As now we have a little bit of action in front of the net as Wilms, in desperation, threw his body across the crease and knocked the netting off the mooring. I hope he's okay. I think he's holding his leg. 1:17 left to go in the power play, and the Seawolves hanging on here on this penalty kill as West Virginia is really getting good at it. They've had 3 in a row, and they're moving the puck really well. And the Seawolves trying to defend. Face off to the left of Wilms, picked up by Barbera. Up to the neutral zone with speed comes Dureski. Dureski takes a shot, save, and another rebound. And Barbera almost got a stick on it. Good play there by Coffey to defend Barbera away from that puck. And this is Coffey picking it up over to Wainwright. Not Wainwright, I'm sorry, to King. And all the way around the wall. Picked up by Bracey. Bracey's got it again, back up the wall. At the wall now, back down again. Cartwright picks the puck up. He tries to make a move to get around somebody. Bet he does. Nice play. Hawkins gets it over to Brewster. Brewster trying to get it back to Cartwright. Brewster and King come together. And now coming down the wall is Bracey. Shot right on. Saved by Wilms.
Make sure to visit the merchandise table for all of your favorite Seawolves apparel.
This will be to the left of Wilms. We got 16 seconds left to go in the kill for the Seawolves. 1:48 left to go in the second period. D'Agostino on the draw for the Seawolves. Out of the zone. Picking that puck up is Kopkamp coming in on right wing. Kopkamp comes in, shoots, save by Schatzel. Tried to hold it. I tried to actually get rid of it, but he held it long enough for a whistle. So the faceoff will be in the West Virginia zone. 6 seconds left to go in the PK. Back to the point. To Kopkamp. Oh, he just couldn't get the shot off. Trying to get that puck was Miano. But back is defending is Joseph, and the shot goes on goal. Williams will hold it for the faceoff as we're all even up now. 1:29 left to go in the second period. Got a good game here.
Yeah. Still very close.
Satola taking the draw for the Seawolves. Now he gets tossed. Casano comes in. Going against Preschetti. Backhand pass. Wide of the net. Picking that puck up now is Kottkamp as Barry gets it over to Joseph. He loses possession as Preschetti almost ran into the ditch, but coming back is Kottkamp again. Oh, trying to get it to Casano, and a good defensive play there. Barry does a good job keeping that puck low in the offensive zone. Down the wall to Sotella, over to Casano, and Sotella over to Casano. Back down to Kottkamp. Kottkamp back to Sotella. Back to Barry. Sotella with a shot knocked down by Preschetti. Picked up by Sotella, who hits the wall and hits the deck. Kottkamp trying to, it's shot out into the neutral zone as West Virginia's trying to get a line change. You got a player without a stick and a lot of players that are gassed up the wall. Now, here comes Campbell. Dumps in and he'll go for a line change. We're under 22 seconds left to go in the second period. Up the wall, Chris Joseph. It's a nice move through the neutral zone with speed is Chris Joseph. Chris Joseph on left wing, coming down around the net. Loses possession. Up the wall to Miller. Miller fires all the way down to Barbera. Up the wall through the neutral zone now comes the Mountaineers, and that whistle blows at the end of the first period as Miller and Miller come together. Hey. Anyway, we're through two periods. We got a score of 3-1. The Stony Brook Seawolves up by 2. And shots through two periods. 21 for the Seawolves, 16 for the Mountaineers. We'll be back for the start of the third period. We'll recap everything that happened in the second. Meanwhile, you're watching Seawolves Hockey Live, and we'll take a short break, and we'll see you soon. Welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live, everyone. We're going to have a little quick recap of the first period. We had one goal scored, and that was scored by the Seawolves. Number 17, J.T. Hall, poked one through the legs of Schatzel Assisting on that goal was 25 Sam Brewster and number 22 Kevin Barry. And shots on goal through that first period, 11 for the Seawolves, 6 for West Virginia. And West Virginia, I think probably from the 15 or 16-minute mark of that period, did not have a lot of shots on goal after that. I think he was stuck on 6. So that was the recap. We had 2 penalties. Actually, 2 penalties. Lopes for the Seawolves, an elbowing call. And toward the end of the period, number 28, Campbell, whose penalty will carry over. Another 1 minute and 21 seconds left to go. The Seawolves will start the second period on the power play, as they will come out with Hawkins, Cassano, Barbera. Actually, no, it would be Kotkamp. Cassano, Hawkins, Kotkamp, Cartwright, and then Barbera on wing. I think Kotkamp will be back at the point. Or Cassano will be back at the point. Kotkamp will be at center. Barbera will be at wing. Hawkins will be at wing. Killing it off for West Virginia will be 21 Frey, the Duke, who they better watch out for, because the Duke could do it on a shorthanded play. Oh, we got a penalty here. The Duke's going to go for tripping. It's going to be a 5-on-3. Trip. And Seawolves are going to have a 5-on-3 power play. So now, with Leduc going to the box, they're going to come back with Perchetti at center, Davis on defense, along with Chris King. Right. Face off to the left of Schaetzel. Back to the point to Kotkamp. Kotkamp over to Cartwright. Now back over to Kotkamp and Cassano. Cassano back to Kotkamp, looking for that open shot. Down low to Barbera. Tries to get a shot off, and now it's deflected out on a pass across by Barbera, trying to get it across to Hawkins. And Seawolves will skate out of their zone. Up comes Cassano to Kotkamp to Barbera. Barbera's in. 39 seconds left to go on the 5-on-3. Kotkamp with a shot rose over the net. Leaves it for Cassano. Cassano to Kotkamp. One time shot. Saved by Schaetzel. With Hawkins right in front. Seawolves will now come out with Brewster, Lopes, Goreski with Joseph and Kavanaugh on defense. Face up, one back. Kavanaugh controls it for the Seawolves to Lopes, who's at the point. Lopes over to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh over to Brewster, back to Kavanaugh. He's got Joseph in front of the net. Lopes down low, trying to get it to an open player, and that was Zareski who got it back up to Kavanaugh. Over to Zareski. Down low pass to Brewster, and that was knocked down, and the net is off the moorings. Not enough movement for the Seawolves. They're just too stagnant. They're passing the puck, but they're not moving themselves, and they need to be more fluent.
Especially when you have a 5-on-3 man advantage.
In the play, you need to be moving with the puck. And, you know, Zareski on the draw. We got 2 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Over to Joseph. Joseph, wrist shot, low. It's knocked down. Good play by Burt. 5-on-4 now, as the Seawolves have a power play, but now it's all the way out of the zone. These are the types of plays that drive the coaches crazy. And now the puck's going to go all the way up the wall. And this is, you know, this is all about the team coming in with the right mindset.
Yep.
And now this Lopes to Zareski. Zareski's lost it on a poke check. Fired out, but hits the referee, so it's in the neutral zone. Joseph picks it up. Gets it to Brewster. Brewster's pass across to Joseph. He pokes it through. Picked up by Joseph up the wall to Lopes. Lopes behind the net. Controlling the puck all the way around. And now everything is even up. Stony Brook unable to capitalize on a 5-on-3. This is Leduc, picks it up. Drops it off to Pichetti, who dumps it all the way in. This is the Duke behind the net. This is all the way back behind the net. We have a whistle. Could be an offsides.
Net off the moorings again.
And that's off the mooring. Face-off will be inside the Stony Brook zone. Good kill for West Virginia.
Very much so.
They're nursing, you know, they're only down by 1 right now, and the Seawolves, you know, right now have not really come out firing on all cylinders in the second period, just like they did in the first period. Hockey Live, Andy Vignani here along with Leah Winfield as we get ready to start the third period. Just a recap of that period, we had a couple of goals scored by each team. For the Seawolves, they had two. Number 11, Nick Barbera scored. Had a nice little assist by Satola, and Kotkamp had a real nice, pretty play. And scoring for the Mountaineers was number 26, Jarrett, who got one. And we have the replay queued up on the last goal that was scored by Sam Brewster, which we'll play for you right now. Again, it was a nice play. Actually, that's the Barbera goal. So we'll get the scoring on the third goal for you. Our third goal was Barbera. My mistake. Brewster had the one before that one. So we're going to start the third period. The Stony Brook Seawolves are up 3-1, out shooting the Mountaineers 21-16, and we're going to have, I think, a very good third period. As one of the things I'm going to remember after this game is over is the tenacious forecheck. And I was talking with some of the folks in the in between periods about what I thought the impressions were of the West Virginia team, and everyone said their forecheck. So, all right, we're going to start the third period. The Seawolves are going to start with Nick Barbera, Dureski, Lopes with Kavanaugh and Cartwright on D. Perchetti for the Mountaineers, and he wins the draw. Puck comes back to Campbell, who dumps all the way into the Seawolves zone, picked up by Kavanaugh, as Perchetti now comes fast to the puck as it was left behind. Picked up by Cartwright now, and he dumps out to neutral zone ice. Campbell just deflects that in, picked up by Wilms over to Dureski, trying to get it back out of the zone. Good play by Lopes to control the puck. Over to Kavanaugh, back to Cartwright, and through the neutral zone. Nice pass to Nick Dureski coming in on left wing. Nick shoots. Oh, glove save by Schatzel. Little deceptive shot by Dureski, who was using Al Davis, the defenseman, as a screen. And that puck came out of nowhere. Schatzel just getting a glove on it, making a nice save. This is now Satola, Kotkamp, and Cassano. Kotkamp, Cassano on the draw against Leduc, Gracie, and Frey. And this puck comes out to the point to Miano. Makes the pass to Kotkamp and gets banged out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Miller. Gets it over to Miano. Miano will go up the wall to Kotkamp, through the leg pass to Cassano. Cross ice to Satola. Satola back to Cassano. Back down to Satola, off the mark. Back to get it is Burt. And Burt tries to get it, and he does, gets it out to the neutral zone, but it's controlled and then lost by Bracey, who picks it back up again. And Bracey just throws it up to Leduc, who throws it back to the defense. Coffey and up through the neutral zone now. A nice pass to Miller. Miller in on right wing, a shot. Gobbled up by Wilms. Two very fast skaters on this West Virginia squad. Corey Miller, number 5, and Zach Leduc. Very quick, very fast. Explosive speed, and you've got to be ready if you're a defenseman. All right, taking the draw for the Mountaineers is Baker, and he goes up against Hall. Back up the wall to Hawkins, who dumps through the neutral zone into the West Virginia area. And Stony Brook will touch back up, and picking the puck up now and coming through the neutral zone is Wainwright. And he loses it to Joseph and fires all the way in. Behind the West Virginia net, Sam Brewster back to get it. Wainwright on him. Wainwright's dumped. Picked up by Barry now, tries to get it deeper. JT Hall gets it down to Brewster, who fires a backhander on net. And that puck is fired back up to the point. Now back behind the net to Hawkins. As he's pushed off the puck by Conway. Up trying to get at the puck out. And the Seawolves doing a little bit more tenacious forechecking when they're in the zone, which is good to see. This is Hall coming in now. 1-on-3, making a move. And he'll eat some time up with the puck, waiting for some reserves. This is Kavanaugh coming in, and his shot is deflected up. And now the puck is in the neutral zone, fired back into the West Virginia zone. Glove down by Davis. And he sends it up the wall. Kavanaugh back to get it for the Seawolves. And he's chased immediately by 2 Mountaineers. Up the wall and out of the rink. Cartwright sends the puck out of the arena. So faceoff will be just outside of the Seawolves zone. As the Seawolves come back with Bokikio, Gervaisi, and now there's a line change now. They'll come back with Dureski, Lopes, Barbera, with Kavanaugh and Cartwright on defense. This is Prasici. That's Nick Prasici, number 16 for the Mountaineers. Up the wall. This is Barbera. Nice pass to Lopes with speed through the neutral zone. Lopes on left wing. Shoots, fires just wide. Trying to go wide side. Now Lopes picks up another pass and tries to throw a no-look shot to the net. It's knocked down by Prasici. And now this is Kavanaugh being chased down hard by Campbell. Comes really hard on Kavanaugh. Picked up by Campbell. Behind the net now to Prasici. He's looking for, he had actually Jarrett going to the net. And that pass is deflected. This is Barbera trying to keep it in, to get it out. Dureski trying to get it out. And the Mountaineers doing a good job keeping that puck in. And a shot from a tough angle. And saved by Wilms. Puck in the neutral zone now. Lopes is going to go for a line change, otherwise he would have grabbed the puck. Now it's all the way back into the Seawolves zone. And picked up by Cartwright. Throws it to Miano, up the wall to Barbera. It's a touch pass over to Satola. Up the center ice to Kottkamp, just off the stick. Picked up by Miano, and his pass is knocked down in center ice by Leduc. Picked up by the Seawolves. Cross pass to Pisano, picked up by Kottkamp. And coming in is Satola trying to get a little pass from Kottkamp. Unable to connect to the point to Miano. Fires it on goal. Deflecting off of Satola. Down low, Cassano. Cassano controls the puck. Down the half wall now, over to the point to Miller. Miller, low shot, and skids wide. Satola back to the point to Miano. Back to Satola. Satola cross-ice pass to Miller. Miller shoots, deflected. Picked up by Miano. Miano controls over to Kottkamp. Kottkamp off the skate. Trying to keep that puck in. Doing so is Miano. Good job here. Miano to Satola. Satola tries to get it back up to Miano. And now it's back out in the neutral zone. As Chris Joseph is on the ice. He fires all the way in. Good shift here by the Seawolves. Good pressure, keeping the puck in the zone and getting some scoring opportunities. And now this puck is trying to get out, and now it will get out. As now it's a 4-on-2 as the Seawolves are trapped deep. Oh, nice play there by Chris Joseph, who took a real tough shot off the leg. And Chris seems to be okay. He's going to skate it off. As the Duke crashed into Wilms, anticipating that pass coming through, but Joseph did not allow that pass to get through. Faceoff will come outside the zone because the stoppage was caused by the Duke of the Mountaineers. All right, now the puck is dumped all the way into the Stony Brook end. Stopped by Wilms, all the way around to Joseph. Back up to Barry. Barry, his pass gets knocked down. Now it's out of the zone. It's picked up by Hawkins. Skating down a right wing. He'll dump all the way down and chase after his pass. Brewster puts a big hit on Wainwright. Hawkins is nailed hard. Fighting for the puck hard. Joseph comes down the wall. He keeps it in. Now Hawkins makes a nice move behind the net, trying to find Brewster. Brewster now with the puck. And the play is behind the net. JT Hall now has the puck for the Seawolves. And JT Hall will send it back behind the net to Hawkins. Hawkins down low with the puck in the corner to Hall. Hall, good shift here by the Seawolves again. Well, Barry vacated the point, and unfortunately the puck is out of the zone, and this is going to allow a change. This is a nice hard pass into the zone, deflected by Hawkins. They'll go for a line change. The Seawolves putting excellent pressure on West Virginia. And this puck is dumped in the Seawolves zone. Cartwright up the wall, just off the just off the mark for Freely, could not control the pass. Back to get it is caught to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh back up to Cartwright. Now Gervasi up the wall to the neutral zone, trying to get Freely. Freely's just unable to get to the puck today. And picked up in the neutral zone here by Preschetti. Preschetti in, trying to get through. 3 Stony Brook players just fighting hard. And Preschetti still in control of the puck. It's picked up by Campbell. Campbell up the wall, but Chris King was not there at the time, and the pass is out of the zone. Coming hard. This is a good shift by the Mountaineers. Mountaineers are putting some pressure on the Seawolves. Oh, that pass is off the skate of Gervasi, and luckily did not go into the net on a deflection. Matt Miano with a pass through the neutral zone, knocked down, picked up by Bokikio, trying to get through, and he's pushed off the puck by Burt. This is Jarrett Campbell, who dumps all the way in now. Jarrett on the forecheck for the Seawolves, picked up by Joseph, who sends it over to Barry. And this forecheck is coming hard and fast again. 2 guys constantly always on the forecheck for West Virginia. And again, here we had a puck almost given away and almost sent it to the Seawolves net. Puck is deflected as the Seawolves will try again to regroup. Knocked down by Lopes, picked up by Dureski. Knocked down by Barry, picked up by Dureski, now over to Lopes. Lopes through the neutral zone. Four players around him. Here's Barbera, he shoots! And Barbera was denied. It was saved by Schatzel. Couldn't really tell if the puck went past him or not. There was no reaction. Made a really, really good save on Barbera. I mean, Barbera was 15 feet out in front of him. And saved by Schatzel. So, all right, Dureski on the draw for the Seawolves against Bracey. And this is Corey Miller coming through with Paulick. And Kavanaugh sends a message as he takes down Corey Miller, who's limping to the bench. And Kavanaugh will go for a boarding penalty, no doubt. Yeah, I think they're going to call it a roughing, but it was clearly more than a roughing. So this is the, we didn't get a chance to talk about the penalties, but Stony Brook took 3 consecutive penalties in the second period. Now that they're taking, this is the 4th consecutive one they've taken. First one in the third period. But that's one of those message penalties. All right, face off to the right of Wilms. And puck goes.
Stony Brook penalty to number 52, Kevin Kavanaugh. 2 minutes for roughing. Copy the penalty, 11:21, third period.
Right. As Coffey now controls the puck. Over to King, back to Coffey, back to King. King looking for a shot. And his shot's knocked down by Hawkins. Into the corner. Back up to Coffey. And his pass is deflected back by Brewster as couldn't get the puck all the way down. Hawkins was looking for a pass. I think Brewster was going to the net, going to the bench. And back behind the net. Good play there by Matt Miano, knocking that pass down. It was late, going to go to an open man. LeDuc in the slot line. LeDuc comes off the wall. Shot. Oh, it's off the blocker. Into the corner, might even hit the stick knob. And this puck is up to the point now. Conway controls it down to Bracey. Bracey walking to the net, walking across. Saved by Wilms with the pad. And now Cassano breaking down the ice as he was kind of diverted by Conway, who's now controlling the puck behind the net. We've got 30 seconds left to go in the PK for the Seawolves. This is off the wall all the way to Chris Joseph. Will fire all the way down. And picked back up by Conway, who begins to skate out. Coming up on left wing is Conway. Sorry, that was Campbell sending it to Conway. One's 28, one's 29. Faceoff will be outside the Seawolves zone as the play is whistled down. 12 seconds left to go in the PK. We've got 9:32 left to go in the third. Fast-moving third period. The Seawolves 3, West Virginia Mountaineers 1. Joseph bangs it off the wall, trying to get it out. Couldn't get it out. Picked up by West Virginia. Nice pass, looking for a touch pass goal from Preschetti. As we were all even up now. 5-on-5. West Virginia sets up behind the net. Coming up through center neutral zone is Lorelli, Philip Lorelli, local kid playing for West Virginia U. Barry controls the puck for the Seawolves down low, off the wall to Cassano. Cassano, stretch pass across the Lopes. Lopes trying to make a move and unable to get around Al Davis, who did a nice job defending.
The winner of tonight's raffle is ticket 259003. That's
face-off to the left of Schatzel. Dureski on the draw, and he's going against Estes. Estes won it, but Nick Barbera is battling hard to keep it, and now it's picked up by the West Virginia squad and up through the neutral zone. Just Kavanaugh controls it back to Barbera. And this is Barbera, a nice little backhand pass to Dureski, who avoids a check but loses the puck. And picked up here, back into the neutral zone by Cartwright over to Kavanaugh. And Kavanaugh sends it in and blocked it down, picked up by Dureski. Coming in on left wing, leaves it back for Lopes. Lopes controls the puck. Had Kavanaugh break it, but did not make the pass. Picked up by Cartwright now, sends it across net. And picked up by Kavanaugh, who dumps behind the net. This is Hawkins going to give and go. Shoot! Saved by... Back to the point to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh sends one across. One-time shot pass. Knocked down in front, never made it to the net. Now back into the Seawolves zone, picked up by Cartwright. His feed over to Hawkins. Hawkins is in the zone, sends one on net, and knocked away by Schatzel. Picked up by Baker, who loses it. Now Miano picks it up and sends one to the net, and his shot goes to the corner. As the net is off the moorings, and we'll have a face-off inside the Mountaineers zone. Down to 7:25 left to go in the third period. Shots kind of stuck at 26-20. Been there for a little while, so teams are blocking shots, and West Virginia's playing a good defensive game right now. Not giving the Seawolves much. And JT Hall gets it back behind the net to Sam Brewster. Brewster, no-look pass out in front, trying to get a hold of Hall breaking. And now, I don't know what that play was, but Barry got dumped kind of auspiciously. Picked up the wall. Sent up by Brewster, but his pass is not back. Back down, Barry to Joseph. Joseph through the neutral zone now, coming with speed. Dumps all the way in. And to get it on the forecheck is JT Hall. Backed out into the neutral zone. Miano controls for the Seawolves. Touch pass. JT Hall touches it up. He goes for a line change as the fourth line hits the ice again for the Seawolves. This is Gervaisi now trying to control it in the neutral ice area. Picked up by Miller, dumps in, not all the way. Stopped by Coffey as he sends up to the blue line. And back down into the Mountaineer zone it goes. Seawolves holding that puck line, holding that line and not sending that puck, making the Mountaineers skate all the way. This is Miller now controlling up the wall to Amodio. And Bokikio, Mike Amodio getting a shift. Not on the penalty kill. And this is Bokikio now trying to keep it in. He's got Gervaisi and Amodio going to the net. Over to Cartwright. Cartwright sends one to the net, and it's bounced and deflected off. Picked up as a one-on-one. This is Bracey now on with Kavanaugh. Good defensive play here by the Seawolves. Bokikio's going to dump, and he needs to get off. As he's going to the wall there by Leduc. And the Seawolves need to make a faster line change. Line and shot. Saved by Wilms. High rising shot by Perchetti. I keep calling him Perchetti. I know I'm butchering his name. I apologize.
It's like Persichetti.
Persichetti.
Close enough.
You would think I would know. But all right, face off to the right of Wilms. That's Persichetti on with Kottkamp. Face off. And back behind the net. This is Barry now up the wall, trying to get it through. Kottkamp trying to get it out. He does. Satola to Cassano, who dumps in. On the forecheck is Kottkamp. Banging that puck out to the neutral zone. Picked up by Chris Joseph. Dumped in by Cartwright. And leaving that puck behind the net was Schaetzel for Davis, who's having some difficulty. Kavanaugh trying to pinch. And off the wall through Sunrise, picked up by Cartwright. Throws it over to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh will get it back to Cartwright as he's being watched by the forechecking Mountaineers. This is Kottkamp trying to get in. Good strong defensive play there by Estes to prevent that from happening. Now Kottkamp makes a nice play. He's got 3 players around him and gets the puck delivered. But now in the corner, controlling it, the Seawolves now controlling the puck, and then now Mountaineers coming up with it. And banked off the wall, picked up by Barry. We'll get it over to Joseph as the Seawolves will go for a change. Picked up by Barry, fires just all the way down. It'll be icing. Oh, they waved it off. Waved it off. Mountaineers come up through the neutral zone, knocked down in the neutral zone by Barbera, but it's going to be called a high stick. And the faceoff will come all the way into the Seawolves end. We're down to 3:51 left to go in the third period. Stony Brook Seawolves up by 2 by the score of 3-1. This is the ACHA Game of the Week. Glad you could join us tonight. And the Seawolves win the draw and get the puck out of the zone. Goreski over to Barbera. As this puck comes all the way out in the neutral zone, dumped back in by Miano. Down on the right wing coming is Burt. Fires a shot right on. And a save by Wilms.
How many people watching?
Face off to the left of Wilms. JT Hall going against Trey Bracey. Bracey wins it back. Shot was right for the circle, coming in. Oh, and a high rising shot by LeDuc. Sails into the netting, and this will come outside. LeDuc has had lots of opportunities to score goals in this game. He sure has given the Seawolves more than they can handle. Face off outside the zone. JT Hall wins it back. This is Alex Miller through the neutral zone to Hall. Hall's got Hawkins on left wing, but it was off his stick. Back behind the net comes Hall, and he'll control. Getting it to Hawkins, trying to get a one-time deflection. Miano does a good job in the neutral zone. And the Seawolves are back in on the forecheck. And a nice little pass out. This is LeDuc coming in one-on-one, and Cartwright makes a nice play for Cartwright. And was able to get a weak shot to the net. Not able to get anything with strength. By the time he got around Cartwright, Wilms was kind of right there to gobble it up. So yes, he makes a nice move. Again, and it's all that speed that creates that opportunity and hand skills. And what he doesn't make up, he makes up for his size and his skill level. I'll tell you that. He's not a very, very big kid, but he's extremely quick, fast, extremely good hands. And like I said, it's amazing he's not scored yet tonight because he's had some great opportunities. He's hit a post, a crossbar, All right, up the wall, past Kotkamp, and back into the Seawolves zone. It's a cross-ice pass to Casano, who missed, and it's picked up by Davis. And we may see the goalie come out of the net. Not positive about that, but they may pull him. And this is Bruschetti. I keep calling him Bruschetti, but it's... We got a penalty now on Cartwright, Kavanaugh, who's going to go for roughing. It's the second one of the period. Kavanaugh again will go for a rough for 2 minutes. And with 2:18 left to go in the third period, with a 3-1 lead, it's possible we might see the goaltender being pulled. We could see that to get an extra skater on. The Seawolves can ice the puck without having to take an icing call because they're killing the penalty. So face off to the right of Wilms. And one back by Mountaineers.
Stony Brook penalty, number 52, Kevin Count.
Nice play there right out in front.
At 2:18 in the third period.
Persichetti made a nice play behind the net. Wilms had to be quick on that one. He was trying to get it maybe off his back. Persichetti now, he's controlling off the wall. He gets knocked down by Miller. Up the wall and fired all the way down by Brewster. Persichetti's out there with Conway, Campbell. And now this puck gets through the neutral zone, picked up by Campbell. Shot wide. And controlling that puck is Persichetti. Back up to the point. Conway with a shot. Trying to take a one-timer, missed it. Oh, and that puck skips away. And it's out of the zone. Nice play by Dureski to get that puck out. Nick will come to the bench. Get a line change with 1 minute left to go in the power play and 1:18 in the game, in the period. Lopes had a shot that was deflected wide, not to the net. This is Leduc coming in, trying to make that move again. This time, Cartwright had help and fired all the way down by Joseph, who will be out there for the remainder of this game, no doubt. And this puck picks up by Leduc. He loses it to Lopes, who gives it to Barbera. This is Barbera coming in. Nick Barbera poke-checked by Schatzel, but still controlling the puck and eating up some clock here. Over to Cartwright, who'll get it over to Joseph. We're under a minute left to go. Down to 33 seconds left to go. Mountaineers coming up ice. This is Brady. The goaltender has gone to the bench for an extra skater. Coffey with a shot from the point, saved by Wilms. Please remember to join us tomorrow. These two teams will get it together again at 12 noon. And I'm sure it's going to be a good game tomorrow as well, because this has been an excellent game tonight. West Virginia Mountaineers driving all the way up here, and what Mountaineers have taken the time out and have come all the way up here and have put on a great game. Yeah. Showing, probably I have to say, the best forechecking team I have seen play on this ice.
Easily.
Against Stony Brook on the 3 years that I've been doing this. So kudos to the coaching staff and to the players there for putting the effort in and really putting a strong effort in. The Seawolves are a good team this year. Let's face it, they are a good team. And they have, they have their issues and problems like every other team has. And when they're pressured like that, any good team is going to have a tough time getting their game going. And the Seawolves were only able to put three goals on the board, but they were great goals. Yeah. I mean, they were good goals. Schatzel has played very well in net tonight, and credit to the West Virginia squad. Tomorrow's going to be another good game, so tune in. All right, face off to the right of Wilms with 14 to go. Joseph trying to control it down low. Kotkamp going after the puck. Kotkamp tries to get it out. He does to the neutral zone. And picked up by West Virginia trying to get it in. They dump it back into the Stony Brook own. And Miano is able to get it out. This pass is knocked down. Satola tried to get it to Kotkamp and couldn't do so. But that's the end of the game, folks, as the buzzer ticks off and final score, the Stony Brook Seawolves 3, West Virginia University Mountaineers 1. Shots on goal for the game, 28 for the Seawolves, 25 for the Mountaineers. Penalties in the third period. Both penalties were to the Seawolves. Both were to Matt Cavanaugh, number 52, for roughing. And our goal scorers for the game were J.T. Hall for the Seawolves, Sam Brewster, and Nick Barbera. And scoring the lone goal for the Mountaineers was Sam Jarrett. So on behalf of the staff, my color commentator tonight, as I'm getting a high sign from my producer here. So but on behalf of Trevor, on behalf of Brian, who helped us with the camera tonight, Leah Winfield, I'm Andy Bignani. We're going to be back again tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night.